Internet or internet? Winter or winter? What's the deal with Americans and their habit to drop sounds in the middle of words? In this video, I'm going to give you 35 popular words for a more casual and relaxed American dialect. My name is Anatoly O, and this is Speakology Club. Let's go.
Демне Attention. Better. Is
You might have noticed that when Americans talk, they emit a lot of sounds, just drop them. And a lot of those dropped sounds are lost due to a conversational, unofficial way of speaking. Everybody knows wanna and gonna instead of want to and going to. And this is also called a relaxed pronunciation. I'm pretty sure a lot of you in your own native language have a lot of examples of relaxed pronunciation words or phrases. My first language is Russian, and we sure do have a bunch of those words and phrases that are sort of jammed together and kind of the sounds that are skipped over. Today, we're talking about silent T's. So words like internet become internet, and winter becomes winter. And of course, naturally, people have their own opinion about this. The ones of conservative worldview think that it's sloppy speech and even street talk. From my point of view, I think from living in the US and observing the language, observing the culture and how people talk, I think of it as a natural evolution. In all of today's instances, silent T is placed directly after letter N or sound N. You see, that is very important because if we imagine that this is our tongue, and this is the tip of the tongue. The tip of the tongue, to produce sound N, the tip of the tongue goes directly on the gum ridge, on that little bump behind your upper teeth. And it goes on the gum ridge for sound N, and it stays there to produce sound T. And not that it's very hard to say both of those sounds. I mean, come on, British people do a pretty good job with this. It's not that, but it's that it's easy enough to kind of forget about sound T because your tongue is already there, and so you just go and pronounce that sound N, and just skip over T and just move on with the next vowel. So winter becomes winter, winter. You just don't pronounce sound T. And it becomes exactly the same word as the word winner, as in the person who won. All right, folks, let's jump right into practicing those words. Again, this is a relaxed and casual pronunciation, casual speech pattern in American dialect. Silent T. Intersection. Interview. Interface. Rental. Entertainment. International. Enterprise. Winner. Printer. Center. Invented. Presented. Wanted. Percentage. Accidental. Experimental. Fundamental. Governmental. Instrumental. Representative. Identity. Identify. 20. Advantage. Documentary. Haunted house. Augmented reality. Atlantic Ocean. Unprecedented times. Santa Monica. Santa Claus. Santa Barbara. Toronto. Connecticut. Sacramento. interested. And just a quick tip. Sometimes when you say those words in isolation, like for example, governmental, it sounds like it's not right to say. It feels like you have to say each sound in the word, governmental. But if you put it in a larger context, like in a context of, for example, the governmental fees are high, crazy high, it makes sense. And of course, this is again, American dialect. Or for example, haunted, right? For example, you're saying, I was haunted by this idea. When you put the main focus of your idea on that you were haunted, not just scared, not that you just thought about this, but you were haunted by this. Of course, you want to emphasize this letter T in your speech. Another example, when you're saying, last weekend we went to a haunted house and there was this ghost. You're giving your audience some context, some backdrop that you went to a haunted house and there was a ghost. So the ghost is a main hero here, and you're not making any emphasis on the word haunted. So that's why you want to kind of skip over that T, if you want, of course. And that's kind of the general idea, to glide through those words, to glide through those silent sounds whenever you can, and then when you have to emphasize, when you have to make a point, you speak every phoneme, every sound. Every sound. Alright folks, this is it for today. If you found this video helpful, if you learned a thing or two about silent T's and how Americans say those words, smash that like button and subscribe to our channel to get even more useful tips. If you're a Russian speaker, I created a course that's called «Покоряем американский акцент» that is dedicated to the Russian speakers and to those who want to improve their speech. It is focused specifically on those challenging sounds for the Russian speakers that you have to work on in order to take your speech to the next level. My name is Anatoly O, and this is Speakology Club. Be safe.